Hello, people. Welcome to Super Sunday, where we examine any beer, wine, liquor, milk, coffee brand, soda pop, juice, whatever you want to review, look at, examine, study, discuss, so forth. I have a product from Arizona. It is called Bad Birdie Juicy Golden Ale. It is related to golf, but there's a golf club, but it is not related to the Open Championship, the British Open, airing live right now on NBC. So there's different fruits they're showing on here: orange, cactus, and some other things I'm not sure about, maybe strawberry. You see? They're saying it's juicy, it's bright, it's 5%, and it's from Tempe, Arizona. And this was sent to me by Mo. Thank you, Mo, for sending this beer to me and giving me a chance to try Bad Birdie. %, Arizona Ale. Turn off that fan because it makes a little cranking sound. It might aggravate some people.
Hello, Mr. T. How are you?
I'm fine. Now we have Beverage Ramble, Jean-Pierre from Georgia joining.
Hi. You already introduced your beer already?
Yes.
All right. This morning, or just a good day, everyone. North America, how are you? Yes. King of beers, Budweiser. I don't know. For some reason, I've just been on a Budweiser kick for some reason. I don't know why, but
a Budweiser kick. Okay.
AB and Bev,
Now, do they have a website?
I don't know. I don't think they do.
Oh, okay. They ought to start one. All right.
One of those things, Yeah. So, I was doing that snow beer review the other day. And I was talking about this, the world's best-selling beer in the world. I don't know why. That was light as it can be, my brother. Very light.
Well, some people researched that story about it being the best-selling beer in the world, and that turned out to be phony. Yeah. What the Chinese government did, because they got their hands in the production of it, all right, from China. And what happened was the government in China, they took every snow. There's like 20 different snow beers varieties, and they counted it as one brand and said it's the best-selling over Budweiser. Well, that would be like if Anheuser-Busch took Budweiser, Bud Light, Bud Select 55, Bud Ice, and counted it as one beer. It's a joke.
Beer was introduced in 1869. Well, it says on the can. I should know this. Shame on me.
Yes, it is a shame.
1876.
Yeah, and the 100th anniversary of the United States, and but if you count Budweiser by itself, it's still the number one selling beer in the world. And I'm not a defender of it, and it's not number one in the United States. It's like number 4 or 5 in the U.S.
Right. At that time, because the one was Bud Light. Yeah, that was the one everybody around the world. But now it's this. Well,
Bud Light is
Modelo. Excuse me.
Bud Light is number 3 in the United States. Yeah. It dropped from 1 to 2.
Do they still put those rankings out now? Because I very rarely see them now. I mean, VinePar was.
I don't ever see them, but there was a report today on the news, and I posted it on Alcohol Eggs about how Bud Light has now dropped to number 3.
Okay. Well, I guess the company has recovered from that, the advertising drama, which, again, I have nothing against know a lot of people I know who are trans, and
Oh yeah, I don't know any.
But I'm just saying that I guess the marketing ploy, whatever they're trying to do, I guess they've kind of weathered the storm with that.
Not really. If they keep dropping, that's not really.
Well, it's number 3. It's not. It's like barely like number 10. I mean,
it was one.
So.
It was 1. Then it dropped to number 2, and now it's dropped to number 3. That means it's still in decline. Okay.
So this is what I have, ladies and gentlemen. 1876. One of the. I'm sure everybody growing up had their first Budweiser whenever they were young. However,
I'm not saying Bud Light's dropped to the level of the Chicago White Sox.
Yeah. Those good old White Sox. Yeah. Looks like it'll be another long one for them. So
it is a long one.
So, but yeah, Beachwood AJM's getting nostalgia, watching some of the commercials with Ed McMahon and all these actors, did their commercials for this beer back in the day. When you say Budweiser, you said it all. Brewed with finest 2-row, 6-row barley malt, hand selected for filtered, tested daily for purity by our brewmasters. That would be the Mississippi River, rice, and hops.
Depending on the brewery. In St. Louis, it's the Mississippi River. In Jacksonville, Florida, it's probably a well.
In Newark, New Jersey, some with the swamp, or maybe the water. Where we get our water from? The Delaware Water Gap. We get most of our water from.
Yeah, maybe those. Yeah, I don't know where Newark's water supply comes from. Yeah. All right, so we'll have more people joining us probably, but
12. Of course, you got all 12 breweries. St. Louis being the oldest one. Newark right behind it in 1951. There was one built in Los Angeles, but now it's still there in 1954. Fairfield, California, born when I was born, 1976. So the recent one is right here in Georgia, Cartersville. Yeah, it was in 1993.
Oh, okay. 31 short years ago. Now here it is, Golden Bubbly Ale Whitehead. It's from a company called Four Peaks Brewing in Arizona. We do not get their beers here. This was sent to me by Mo. Thank you, Mo. Otherwise, I would not be able to try it. I don't think it's the Beechwood. I think it's and Beech is 2 E's, not an A. I think it's the yeast strain that doesn't sit well with some people. Okay, would you like to look at the website for Bad Birdie?
Yeah, let's see. I saw the review you and Dave did.
He did think it was a bad birdie. Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't too high on that golden ale.
Golf responsibly in collaboration with the Bad Birdie Golf brand. Crisp, crushable, juicy flavor, touch of juicy flavor to help match the bold personality of Bad Birdie, which I knew nothing about. This delicious beer captures the essence of a perfect day on the course and keeps you cool in the sun, whether you're enjoying a round of golf or kicking back with friends, watching the British Open. Bad Birdie is the perfect beer.
Which is what I'm watching right now. I got on the telly.
Any occasion. It's 5%, 10 bitterness units, so bitterness won't play a role here. You can get it in 12-ounce cans, pint cans, and stovepipe cans. No draft, no bottles.
Would you rather have a light lager than drinking a golden ale? I mean, to me, something light,
I don't know.
Refreshing when you're playing golf or playing frisbee or disc golf.
And these in the lineup here, all these in the lineup, these are the other ones that he sent me.
Okay.
He sent me Wow Wheat.
Yeah, wow.
Kilt Lifter, Hazy IPA, Desert Daydream Hazy, and Hop Knot India Pale Ale. The weird thing, they all contain wheat. Let me look at this can again. I think it says that contains wheat, and it keeps spilling. I don't know why this can't spill. Four Peaks Brewing. Malt. Oh, listen to this, Sean. Malt beverage with natural flavors.
Oh boy.
Malt beverage with natural flavors contains wheat. Well. What do you know? Give you a quick rundown, then we'll go over to you. It smells like maybe a little fruity grain taste. Cheers. Yes, it tastes like fruity grain. So it's sort of like you took your breakfast cereal and you fermented it, and then you sliced up some fruit and put it in the cereal, like people do with their breakfast cereal. But there's no milk in this. All right. Medium body, mostly dry finish. It's mild, it's mellow, it's a golf beer. But what do most people drink when they're golfing? They don't drink Bad Birdie. They drink Michelob Ultra
or Miller Lite or Bud Light.
Yeah,
Coors Light,
I see
Light
all the
water.
golfers drinking Michelob Ultra though.
Mm.
Not Ultra Max, that amber, not Ultra Infusions, just Ultra.
So,
well,
good old one of those things. But all right, guys. Hi again. Budweiser, real beer. Yeah. 5%, introduced 1876. That's what I have here in my can. I just said, let me just do something. I grabbed something out last night, and I
want to make a beer
here. Say it again, my friend.
If you want to make a beer snob angry, show them Budweiser.
Yeah, and beer snobs tough. So yeah, so this is what it looks like. Of course, we all know the history. Of course, barley, water, rice, and hops. Most ceramic hops are selected. Filtered water from any location where you can find it. Yeah. Good old Newark, New Jersey, my home. Yeah, my area. But anyway,
is that showing the whole screen?
Let me see. Let me see. Get back on the page. Yeah, I see it right there. That's what I have. That's what I have right now on my. Well, I don't have that, but I'm reading the ingredients of the beer right now. History of Budweiser. The gentleman Anheuser, I hear that guy, and of course Adolphus Busch. Partners. Of course, production of Budweiser. I don't think it looked like that, but oh well. But that logo, that sign, it's just so iconic, and
yeah, they bought out Conrad. It would be called
Anheuser.
It would be called Anheuser Conrad if they hadn't bought him out. But
so my brother used to drive for Anheuser Busch, so he would make my younger brother. He would make a lot of trips. Yeah, the one that everybody knows that comes by and my brother sips a little bit of this and that. But anyway,
right.
Yeah, Dave who's watching. He used to drive for them a lot, and he would get cases, whatever that was left over, Bush, Natty, obviously Budweiser. So when I would visit, I would get a little something I'd take back down with me when I was driving. I lived in Virginia, and then of course when I moved up here to Mobile, Alabama, he was still driving with them, so I would stash a couple things in my suitcase and bring it down with me. So, hey, free beer, right? So, anyway, here's what the beer looks like. Very nice looking, no head retention on top. I like these commercials. I remember they were trying to promote Budweiser. I'm sorry, I'll get to that a little bit. Let me go back to the taste. I'm jumping all over the place here. I do that a lot, but wonderful scent. It's just crisp. Let's go and have at it. Cheers.
Cheers. There's Baldwinsville, Georgia. Cartersville, Georgia. Sorry.
Yep. Nice, clean, well done, fresh. One thing I've loved about them has always been their quality control. And it's always been top notch. So, and I guess they still do where they have people fly in to make sure the beer's up to par, right? I guess they still do that. They fly in.
I haven't checked, but last time I checked, they said every day at 3:00 they fly in samples from all 12 breweries, and they sit around a table and sip on it, make sure it's correct.
That's a lot of flying in a lot of different time zones. Everybody meet me in St. Louis. I would love to do a tour there. The St. Louis location.
I have done it.
now it's a national, which is I think going on like 5 years now or whatever, a national historic site.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, but it's just it's a national historic landmark district now. So it's just a well-made beer. I remember they did a commercial. They were trying to. It was online, trying to maybe trick people into seeing what this beer is, and this gentleman was describing it as like somehow it was some sort of craft beer. The way the wording and the way he was pronouncing it, the way he was wording it, discussing with the customers, and then when they did the reveal, oh wow, Budweiser,
Kind of like the Pepsi challenge.
Yeah. And of course, ended up being, they were duped and deceived. So, but yeah, it's so rich. It's so Americana. I enjoy this. Again, the price point, yes, it's a bit much for a lot of people now for these premium beers. Yes, you could get Busch, which tastes more like a light beer, in my opinion. Rolling Rock, High Life, all these other beers for half the cost, but
when I went to the
for me, Old Milwaukee, I could get a set $5.99, but it's a good, well-made beer.
When I went to the Budweiser brewery in Houston 9 years ago, I went on a 2-hour tour, and I got to go. It costs some money, but I got to go to the laboratory.
What year was this?
Doing samples of they were, they took me to the laboratory, they took me to the aging tanks, they took me to the room where they cooked the rice, they took me to the room where they cooked the barley. I got to see it boiling in the kettle.
But they did not show you to. Hey, by the way, this is where we make Hurricane Malt Liquor and where we make King Cobra.
Yeah, well, actually, you're joking about it.
What year was that, Jay?
2015.
Jay, what year was that?
2015.
I went on a tour right after Hurricane Katrina in the Jacksonville brewery, and it was free. As a matter of fact, they gave you 2 free beers with it too, and if you didn't want them, you can gift them off to someone else. And we did all that, but that was free. I guess.
But this tour they had free tours, but this was.
Let's go ahead and just thank the craft beer movement for one more thing that they gave us, and that's paid tours.
This was the
thank you, craft beer movement.
This was called the Brewmasters Tour, and it was more extensive than the free tour, like I say. But Jean, when I went up to the lab, they were bringing samples to the lab. One of the guys said, "Can I bring this sample up there?" And he had it on a tray, and they had bottles with corks in it, and it had paper, and it had written on the paper Hurricane HG. So they were taking Hurricane High Gravity up to the lab to make sure it was just perfectly made, and I got a kick out of that. I even took a photo of it.
I want to see that photo. Show us.
Yeah, it's on. I'll bring it up on Facebook. I think I got photos of that. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
Orange
Budweiser. And Jason, your comment is: do I prefer Budweiser over MGD or Coors Banquet? I like Coors Banquet. I would give Coors Banquet an edge over MGD and Budweiser. There's a slight edge.
There's your answer.
Yeah, but all of them are great. All of them are just excellent.
Now we have an elite hobo.
The elite hobo are here, kids. Yeah, just about all those. Coors has a very distinctive flavor away from there. I think Budweiser is more bland of the three. Genuine Draft has its own distinct flavor too, which is nothing more than I like. All right, kids, we're looking at San Antonio Fruit Farm, product of Italy, peach passion fruit. This is a semi-sweet, coming in at 6% alcohol. It's 110 calories per serving, 0 fat, 9 grams of sodium, 14 grams of total carbohydrates, 14 grams of sugar carbohydrates for a grand total of 24 grams. Whew, what a sugar bomb this is going to be. Protein is coming in at 0%. It's got a little story on the back. It says, grapes for our San Antonio fruit farm are harvested when the warm days. I think anybody would offer grapes some warm days. Perfect nights bring them to optimal maturation. Our small batch wines are then blended for delicious natural flavor of peach and passion fruit to make them full of flavor and extra refreshing. This severe chilled, this wonderful light and bubbly beverage will complete any moment. Serve chilled and with light snacks. They don't say what kind of snacks, they just say light snacks.
6%.
Like cheese or something like that, some security board, whatever they call it, security board, whatever, no, some weird name.
Yeah.
From our family to yours, they are San Antonio brand Fruit Farm. Make all your days sunny.
6%.
And this is a Rebelio family selection. See, you'd see the name San Antonio and you think, man, they pushing some stuff out of Texas. No, that says right on the back of Italy. So that's the reason why I picked it up, because grapes grown in the region of Europe do not contain glyphosate, which is a controversial pesticide for contaminations. All of your wines coming out of California contain that pesticide. So I don't know if it's bad for you. I'd say anything that's not natural has a possibility of not being great for you. So it's coming in clear. It's it's got a little, there's a little fizziness going on with it. Some bubbles, almost like it's a champagne. As a matter of fact, it is carbonated. I didn't expect that. I didn't read anywhere on this where it said it was. Okay, interesting. I don't know if that's natural carbonation or carbonation added. So it comes in a screw off top, so that's double bonus, you know. All you young men out there, if you want to get something decent that your lady friends would like, if y'all going to go out on an outside picnic date or something like that, this is be like the perfect vessel. It's got the screw top. It's clear. Seems to be light. It's reminiscent of champagne or sparkling wine.
If it was a little, if the ABV will say about maybe 8 or 9%, then I'll buy it.
John, I do believe that they're targeting a specific audience for 6% alcohol.
Okay.
It's from a family called the Riboli family. The Riboli
Now, it
family.
does also contain 2% fruit juice in it, and I could smell the peach and the passion fruit. It's natural. Thank you. I'll make sure to return the favor.
Wow. I like the woman right there, and the one in the black dress. Nice legs.
That's the Ribolis. That's the Ribolis.
Mm-hmm. Hi.
It's got a really good spring
legs
flavor. I'll make sure to return the favor, John. It's real light, refreshing, floral. I would say this is geared toward ladies. Yeah. You know, kind of like when we were growing up, Boone's Farm was kind of geared toward ladies.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
My grandmother loved Boone's Farm.
Go ahead and do a taste.
Yeah, Boone's Farm. Yeah, that was Thunderbird, and we're also
sweet like a soda pop. I do taste the peach and a little bit of that pit too. There's some pit flavor going on with it that you would get from the hard fruit, with those called hard fruits with the pit in the middle. Yeah, you can taste the passion fruit, sugar, everything. This is exactly like the label says. So you pick this up, you read the label, and you say, "Oh, I like that. I'm going to go ahead and get that." You will not be disappointed with this. This is a real good product. It says exactly what it is. This is a summer beverage. It's cool. It's refreshing. Wow. And it tastes good. It says semi-sweet on the label. It is semi-sweet. It to me, it's a little bit sweeter than semi-sweet, but I do like the way the fruit seems to be marrying with the rest of the flavors. So this is a good one.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
And I'm not a wine drinker.
It's all about
Right.
targeting your certain market, and like you said, it's targeting more to women than men.
I am a wine drinker.
Men would drink this too, you know.
I am a wine drinker, but I don't drink exotic wines. I drink stuff like Winking Owl.
I think this is like a starter product, you know, for people that want to taste wines and they're not for sure whether they're going to like them. You know, kind of like we were discussing starter scotches, you know. Like I recommended the Glenlivet. I think that's a good starter there. It's a single malt.
Glenlivet is a good one. Glenlivet is mild. It's mellow. It's not harsh.
No, it's not.
Don't start with WD liquors. Don't start with Winn-Dixie Scotch. You'll never drink another Scotch.
No,
Okay.
you won't.
Use it as
And don't start with ones that taste like Band-Aids unless you like the way Band-Aids taste.
use it to start your fuel. To add a little additive to your lawnmower.
The only reason you would want to buy WD Scotch is
I
this:
would
if
just
you
go
wanted
buy
to find out, if you wanted to find out how unpleasant something really could be. All right, think along the lines of Rockdale Ice.
Oh God! Oh, horrible.
There you have it.
Big flats. Big flats.
Big Flats 1901, a whole bunch of C- products.
You mean
Well,
D?
I wouldn't say they were a D, but like I said,
J grades on the curve.
well, yeah, because like I said, but look, think about it. If you're a beer,
Or we're gonna go ahead and appeal to our sponsors.
just listen. If you're a wine or a liquor or a beer, and you come out as a C-, it may as well be an F, because no one's going to repurchase it. You know, they'll be like, ugh, you know, and then it's going to die. A C-, but there's Winn-Dixie with their C- product, and it's been on the shelves for 50 years. I was a little kid, and they had Winn-Dixie liquor on the shelf, so somebody's buying it. Why? I do not know. Okay, anyway. Am I happy with this beer, Big Birdie? I'm not exactly happy with it. It's okay. It's kind of like Big Wave from Kona, but not as good.
You showed the vessel it came in, can or bottle.
Yeah, I put it in another room. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. It's always got to stick knife away before I'm going to review.
Oh God. Forgive me, Father, for I've sinned.
I wouldn't say it's a bad birdie, but it's just sort of like a good birdie. It's just sort of like, it's like an 83.
So, does the lack of a graphic cartoon on the side of that can change your grade? So let's just say that it had a fantastic graphic looking rather than just some generic looking bird on it. Would that change?
No. Although the
in some
label,
people's minds it would.
I think the label reflects the beer. The label is dull, and the beer is dull.
Do you think the label started your grading system before you tasted it?
I doubt that.
You know, like back in the day when people would just get store brand beer and it would come in either a white can or a yellow can. You think that
beer, yeah.
You think that affected the way they graded it?
They may have psychologically done that, yes. But it's not doing that for me because I'm a big boy and I don't get influenced by all of that stuff. But
I decided to go with something light anyway because I just got off the cycle. It did 8.8 miles.
I did my walk this morning, had a nice breakfast. Sausage, eggs, and some fried potatoes this morning.
Oh, good. I had grits with salmon, chopped onions, chopped jalapenos, and Limburger cheese all melted together. It's kind of a weird tasting breakfast.
Had eggs, avocado, toast. What else? Hot coffee, and 8.8 miles, maintaining between 13.5 miles per hour and 50.
2 bottles of water.
I walked a mile, and I'm going to go walk another half mile. Okay. This is okay. It's a B, 83. I'll do show and tell in a little bit.
Fair enough.
All right, Budweiser. Smoke-filled rooms.
Yeah, he's a joker.
About this
He's
beer.
a smoker. He's a midnight. Okay.
Not just a midnight.
Toker, gangster of love. Love me some Steve Miller. Yes. Budweiser, you know, that bar, hanging out, got your smoke, you're relaxing, you're puffing away, you're just eating some food. The good old nice little Reuben sandwich they made for you in the back of the kitchen, or a nice burger. You know, this is what this beer reminds me of. Any of these beers, old school. Paul Newman, of course, he was the face of Budweiser. I may remember.
I don't remember that.
Was.
So
I remember Ed McMahon. I don't remember.
McMahon, but you know, but Budweiser was you always talk about Budweiser a lot. Paul Newman. You watch some of his films, or whether it's The Color of Money or whatever movie he did.
Really?
Pounding some Budweiser. So one of the sponsors, one of his race cars, I believe, is racing teams. Paul Newman. So. Budweiser, can you say I'm going to give it a 91 out of 100. It's a great beer.
On the lower scale of very good.
So like into excellent, but not most excellent. Yeah. A minus. That's still fair.
It's a king of beers for a reason, you know, and I enjoy it. I like, unfortunately, they don't do. I see these little little necks, but I don't see the stubby bottles that you see Miller High Life and some of the others. Miller Lite does.
I think Budweiser doesn't make those. They made stubby 12 ounces for a while, and then they made the 7-ounce long neck. But as far as like the little fat ponies, they don't make them.
So
that could be that could be just trademark for Miller. I'm not sure.
Maybe
Miller's the only company I've seen that's put those out.
So yeah, so this is good. Enjoyable.
And Dixie Beer, but they're formerly known as a beer company to stay.
That's right, Lou. He was the man. When do you say Budweiser? Yeah, buddy, as he likes to call. That was his catchphrase. Who else did Budweiser?
70s, man, 70s.
Yeah, besides Lou and Ed, who else did Budweiser commercials? I'm trying to think of.
Spuds McKenzie, Budman.
The good old days. So you know,
not Bob Uecker. Bob Uecker did Miller Lite.
No, yeah.
I think for a time, you know, like if you're selling product, you don't need to advertise. You don't need celebrity endorsements. And you know, they found out the way to do it. Was that the best beer it was going for? No, but it was the most distributed brand.
Right.
Everyone could find it. Hey, do y'all remember your grandpa using a church key to open the cans?
Yep.
I do too.
No.
I did. You know.
Well, I don't know what the time.
My dad also liked Lowenbrow. That was good.
Grandpa didn't drink then.
Yeah.
I just remember the pull tabs, and people would drop them all in the sand everywhere, and you'd go walking barefoot, and you'd get hurt with them.
Yeah. Well,
these are those old church
keys everywhere because they had with the 6-pack of beer came a church key.
Yeah, that's what these are.
Everywhere.
That's what I'm showing there. These are the old church key cans.
Was beer allowed to be sold on Sundays, guys, in Louisiana? Or no?
Yeah, but not in Baton Rouge, but in New Orleans. Yeah.
All right, that's good.
Depending, I don't know. We had blue state laws,
but it wasn't about beer. It was about you couldn't sell hardware.
Some warrant. If the grocery store is open, you can get it. There's never any restrictions. Now, when I lived in Jacksonville, Florida, the 8 years I was there, Duval County, you couldn't buy anything on Sundays. They had the strictest blue state laws there were. Like every business was closed. You couldn't buy any alcohol. So you had to go to like the other county, which was Clay County, an area where I was living at, Clay County was like 3 miles away. So, no big deal. Or you can go on the base.
You take that little ride, huh?
So there was stubby bottles of Budweiser. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the short ones. Oh, they got an LA. What is that? Low alcohol?
Yeah.
Non-alcohol. Not a non-alcohol, a low alcohol. What was the alcohol per volume on that?
It was like 2.5 or something. It was made for the Olympics, the Los Angeles Olympics, sort of like an athletic beer, low alcohol.
Oh,
Yeah.
like Nick Ultra.
There's the old Natural Light, fancy bottles.
Yeah.
Man, I remember drinking. Yep, that Natty Light, and then they formed the Michelob Light. But I remember drinking many times Michelob in these hourglass bottles, many times.
You know what? Why
into the 80s, way into the 80s, we had hourglass bottles.
I've got some from 1996.
Can I say something real quick? Why don't they just discontinue Busch Light? Because Busch tastes just like Busch Light. Regular Busch tastes like Busch Light. Because
I know you can get a case of that for $15.
Look, 4.3 Busch, 4.1 Busch Light. What's the difference, guys? What's the? I know the
not much.
Not much. How much exactly? So, what are we doing here?
What's the alcohol per volume in Natural Light?
4.2.
3.
Yep. 4.2.
Exactly. And of course, I enjoy all three. I enjoy Busch Light, and Natty Light.
I bought a case of that yesterday for $15.
Yeah.
Deal. That's my hot weathered beer. When it gets too hot, you need to have a beer. Drink that.
It's not going to be that today. It's going to be in the 80s. That this rain kind of cooled things down. That it came through here.
We got cooler weather here today, but man, that humidity is up there. Way up there. That's Ed McMahon. Hey-oh!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ed. He was good. He was a good pitchman, good salesman, for this beer,
I wonder if
have y'all noticed that Miller High Life is being packaged like this now with the paper wrap?
Yeah, I noticed.
Yes.
Keystone Light too. Yeah.
I wonder if Ed McMahon drank beer or if he just sold it.
I think he did both.
You know what? He's kind of got that body built by Budweiser look. Y'all remember that old poster? Body built by Budweiser. Some dude standing there, he's like half nude. He's doing like this. He's like in his 20s and he's got 50-something-year-old body with a gut sticking out.
That's funny. Body built by Budweiser. Well, now what score are we going to get for this wine specialty?
Fruit Farm, San Antonio.
Yeah.
Peach passion fruit. 6% alcohol, says semi-sweet. It's got a lot of sugar in it. So if you like sugar, you'll like this. It says it's got 12 grams of added sugar. But it says, I don't understand this breakdown. It says total carbohydrates, 14 grams. Then total sugar is 14 grams. So it means all the carbohydrates are coming from sugars. Includes 12 grams of added sugars for 24%. So does that mean it has 26 grams? Anyway, it contains 2% alcohol. 2% juice in this. 6% alcohol. It's got a sweetness level scale on the back. So it's pushing to the upper limits of sweet. So it gives it 6 out of 10, whatever this is on the back of it. There's some code there. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's a good product. It comes in a tall bottle, like Eagle Rare. Screw top, which is great on the run. It's light. It's carbonated. All the carbonation's kind of dissipated. I didn't expect that when I screwed the top off because it doesn't say anywhere that it's carbonated. It says something about cocktail something on this. Oh, the ingredients are wine, water, grape must. I don't know what that is. Grape must.
Grape must. That's like what they use to. It's like when it's unrefined and it's like grappa.
Okay. And grappa, I've had that before. It's not great. Sugar, natural flavors. 1% peach juice and 1% passion fruit juice. So yeah, it boils up. It everything that the label says it has on it. It's also vegan and gluten free. So yeah, it's hitting all the bells and whistles with all this. I think it's a product that a lot of ladies would enjoy trying, and some gentlemen that want to try it with their ladies. But yeah, it's got an embossed bottle. It says San Antonio across the top. So yeah, it's a good product. Again, I don't drink that much wine. I find it to be a little sweet for my taste buds, but it did say it did say semi-sweet. To me, it's a little sweeter than semi-sweet. So if I had to grade this based off of wines like this I've tried in the past, I'm going to give this a fairly good score. I'm going to give this a straight up A95. It's yeah. The only reason why I didn't give it a 97 because I don't think it's semi-sweet. I think it's a little sweeter than semi-sweet. But the sweetness you get, you can taste the fruit.
San Antonio Brewery from the Riboli family.
Yep. And I got a second one too. It's strawberry and something else. And the greatest thing of all is I got it on deal.
Good. Now we're going to go to the show and tell part and any announcement.
Yeah. I'm getting my stuff together, guys. Be right there.
$5.
$5. Wow.
Yes, sir. $5 for imported Italian wine. That's Harry Carey. I won. I told. I won. 2, 3.
You like to drink a little bit, not
Harry Carey. He was a drunk. Kidding.
Hey, he was the best. Love. Oh, the big sombrero. Take me out to the ball game. Hey.
He would drink beer in the press box while he was doing the games. I remember that.
Did Jack Brickhouse, the voice of the White Sox, did he drink too?
Man, my high school.
No, Jack Brickhouse was the Cubs.
Jack
Brickhouse was the Cubs on.
Oh, I thought he also did White Sox games.
No, he was the Cubs, and Harry in the 70s. Harry Carey was with the White Sox, and Brickhouse was with the Cubs, and he would say, "Hey, hey!" when they would hit a home run.
Okay, I thought Harry Carey was the Cubs, and
Jack Brickhouse retired after the '81 season, and then Harry Carey jumped from the White Sox to the Cubs. Okay, anyway,
talking about something only these two know about.
All right,
Skip Carey, WTBS.
Yeah,
baseball.
Yeah, and Chip Carey now. All right, now anyway,
come on, Dave, have some fun, man.
Yeah, have some. I as far as promos, this Wednesday we're doing Bell's beers, any Bell's beer, and I've got the Two Hearted Ale, Two Hearted IPA, formerly known as Two Hearted Ale, but everything got to be an IPA now. But
heard that.
Used to just be called Two Hearted Ale. Next Friday, Fandango Friday at 6:30 Eastern.
Oh man!
Next Sunday, another Super Sunday. As far as promos, I went to David's house yesterday. On the way home, I stopped at a store. I'm not going to say where. I was in Jefferson Parish, and on the route home. That's all I'll say. And I found this from Castile. Turn off my lamp because it's making glare. This is from Belgium. It's from the Van Hoensbroek Brewery, and it's called Castile Rubus. And it is a 7% raspberry ale.
Cool. How many did they have?
One, and I bought it, and it was 57 cents.
Anything else of interest there?
Beer. Golf.
Yes. I found another sour ale. It was a sour ale from somewhere in the United States, and it was 57 cents. And then I found these wines from Florida, Auburndale, Florida, called Mad Dragon. This is a premium orange wine with natural flavors and certified color. Oh, yummy. 17% alcohol, Mad Dragon from Caribbean distillers, Florida Caribbean distillers. But these were $3 a bottle, full-size bottle, $3. Now, whether they're any good, I do not know. But I figured for $3, I'll take the risk, you know.
Okay, we can do show and tell and wrap this up because I want to go to that.
You go ahead. You go first. You go first, Dave.
And then they had a bunch of beers, the sour, the Castile, bunch of cherry beers from Belgium.
Yeah.
What do you had to go to, Dave? What do you got going on today?
Shush. We're not saying.
Right now,
Sean, Mad Dragon. You know what the ABV is on this one, Sean? You want to guess?
12%.
17.
No, thank you.
17%, my friend.
No thanks. KBS. All right.
KBS.
Now, Sean's going to do some show and tell.
Oh, I said let Dave go. Let Dave go.
Yeah, because I'm taking off.
Oh, yeah. You
want to visit. KBS. This is 12%. Yesterday I went to the they had something at Couchon, kind of like toward the end of the day. Oh, by the way, this is the chocolate espresso.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I went and saw the. I went and tasted Couchon. I mean, not Couchon. It was at Couchon, the Crew by St. Arnold. The Crew. That was 16.8% alcohol per volume.
At Cochon.
Yeah, and it was good. And the bartender says, "Do you want to get a glass of it for $10, or do you want to buy the?" No, she said, "Do you want a glass for 12?" And they give you. It was only like 6 ounces. She says, "Or do you want to buy the whole bottle for 18?" I said, well, "Give me the whole bottle."
18.
Well, yeah, they had to make their money too. So the caveat is I got a free glass, and let me show you what that is. The downfall is I can't believe what type of glass it was, considering I was drinking beer. So I think, yeah, I did take some of it home with me because I was starting to get a little tipsy.
No, you're lying.
So I poured the rest of it into a Mardi Gras cup I had. I'm just going to pour a little bit into this glass so y'all can see what it looks like. This is, 16.8.
That's too hot.
It's like prune juice.
Whoa. That's St. Arnold 30th anniversary.
This is the St. Arnold 30th anniversary crew. There's a picture of the full glass and bottle. I made them give me another bottle because the one they gave me had a bad label on it. But this is 16. John, look. 16.8%. If you look on alcohol labels, the bottle's there with this. And it's big. So, oh yeah, prunes. All kind of earthiness going on. Yeah, whew. It's a big one.
Do they sell St. Arnold beer in Georgia?
So this was the free glass I got.
I've not seen St. Arnold.
Do y'all see something kind of strange about the shape of this glass? What would you use this glass for?
but that's a little too early right now for this time of year for something heavy like that.
Whiskey.
Right. Right. I even
Maybe
asked the bartender, I said, "You don't have any beer glasses that y'all are giving away?" She said, "No, these are the only glasses they gave us." I said, "Isn't that odd that a beer company would send whiskey glasses?" It says St. Arnold on the back, and it's got their logo on the front.
It's so strong, it's almost like a whiskey.
That type of beer,
Like
Dave, is it more suited for around November going into February? November through February?
That's definitely a winter warmer.
Yeah.
Big time. The only unfortunate thing is that, beer companies making beers like this have gotten all over themselves, and you pay a lot of money for this beer. I mean, a lot of money. That was crazy. I had to pay $18 for a bottle this size. But I was in a bar. I know. I got one too.
Natural.
So I'm going to I'm gonna keep this in the fridge. I'm not drinking any more of it. We'll do a duo on the rest of it.
No, just drink it.
Look at it. I got it covered.
Just take a little sip every hour and you'll be done with it.
That's about half the bottle. It's up to there.
Bye, Nikolai.
What?
Nikolai's gone.
What are you talking about? Okay, guys, I gotta roll.
Okay, bye. Have fun.
We had it, Dave.
Peace.
You gotta go try.
Always enjoyable. Always enjoyable. Oh, and Jay, thanks for the phone call. Appreciate it, bro.
About what?
You know.
What? I mean, you had
this is the ongoing thing that we have. Hey, you see something? Let me know. Oh, look what I found.
No, it was just one bottle of. It was just one can of the Castile.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we shall see.
And you got all the
If you see
cherry
something, hey, Dave, if you see something, ship it to me here in Georgia.
Got it.
All right. Have fun shopping.
Later. Bye.
No, he's already got the Castile. I mean, there was only one can of Castile, and he's already got all that cherry Le Chouffe. So I didn't.
That looks so strong, man. That's like more like a winter thing, you know.
Yeah, I don't know what I was going to call him about. He doesn't like wine, so I mean, I didn't think he had any interest in 17% wine specialty products. But anyway.
Yeah. So, hope you enjoyed that snow beer I did yesterday. It was not what I thought it would be, but
oh boy,
yeah, it was lacking flavor, very much so. Anyway, still got the usual stuff. Panini, the haze, 6.9%. Still got to review that. Still have the two beers from Melvin Brewing Company, Killer Bees, American Blonde Ale.
Melvin.
Yeah.
Nice. Never heard of it.
Let me see. There's a brewery based of Melvin Brewing Company. They're based in Alpine, Wyoming. So kind of shocked to get something from Wyoming here in this part. But then again, Wyoming, Colorado, I guess not really all that surprising. But, a good Colorado water, the Colorado River.
Okay.
If the water stream runs through there in Wyoming, but I don't know. Melvin IPA, also from Melvin Brewing Company. And I still got, and of course, we all saw Ephes. That's the last one. So,
yes.
So yeah, so it's snow beer and the alpha, and the other one I did, the Summer Rattler by Joseph Brown. Those all right now on my channel right now. I will go look for a Bell's beer today for Wednesday's get together, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, and I still got it was not Kentucky Tavern, it was Kentucky Gentleman that I had, Jay.
Kentucky Gentleman, that's from Heaven Hill. I've had it.
So I have that. I'll bring that for Fandango Friday, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. that's about it. Whatever I find, I'll review. Everyone, enjoy your Sunday. Take it easy. I'm watching the rest of this golf tournament right now. I'm just relaxing, chilling, and pretty much that's what I'm going to do today is try to get as much rest as possible. I got my Sunday dinner already almost done. Some roasted potatoes and carrots with some chicken. I used some a little Italian seasoning. My marinade was pickle juice, mustard, hot sauce, salt, pepper, all that to marinate the chicken in. And do that in the oven right now. And so I taste a little bit of it. It'll tasting quite good.
I hope you enjoy it. I'm about to go get some food too. I'm getting hungry. Well, Jean, thanks for joining.
Sundays. It's just July, end of July, going to the month of August. Not much going on. I watched that WNBA All-Star game last night. It was okay. It's entertaining, but But
now they're having like a month break. Hey, you gonna join us for Wednesday?
I will be with you for Bell's Beer. I will go find my Bell's Beer today, and that will be it. And just chill and relax this weekend. I'm not trying not to do a lot of things. Just stay indoors. I'll read some books, watch the rest of this golf tournament.
What hole are they on?
Right now, they're on. Sorry, I just flipped over to another channel because they're going.
What about the eighth hole?
They're going should be on the 9th right now. Right, yeah, about the 9th and 10th, the leaders right now. So you got Justin Rose, who has not won a major since 2013.
Really?
That was the U.S. Open. So he's up. Xander Schauffele, which won the PGA back back in May, and you got Billy Horschel, first timer. Thurston Lawrence, he's the leader right now, -7, and the names I know is just Rose and Xander.
All right,
former major winners. So,
okay, well, have a good week at work.
I will behave. Bye bye America. Bye bye North America. Bye bye world.